I just read online in USA Today about the USA Olympic sailing team undergoing Navy SEAL training in preparation for this summer's competition in London. Most of you know the drill about SEAL training: carrying a 250-pound log, push-up after push-up, jumping into freezing water, more push-ups, lunges, and runs. Of course, the sailing team didn't do the weeks of training SEALs undergo, but they had to endure 2 pretty tough days. It was not fun. So, why would they do it? This is sailing after all, not boxing. They did it to be pushed beyond their physical and mental limits because they knew that it will stand them in good stead as they compete with the world's best sailors this summer. There is gain in the pain. I was thinking about this in relation to character as I read David's psalm. In this cry of his heart, David invites the godly to correct him even if it's hard. He acknowledges that he may want to refuse the correction, but that he needs it in order to grow. We need it in order to grow. However, we don't always welcome it as David did. As a culture, we have become addicted to pleasure. We mostly want to do what feels good rather than what is good. But the truth is, avoiding the pain that leads to real gain in character is more destructive than we might imagine. If we've not gone through the tough process of shaping our truthfulness, we eventually become untrustworthy and can't figure out why people won't work with us. If we won't deal with the pain of making a budget, we eventually face the greater pain of financial ruin. The pain of training is meant to produce great results. The time those Olympian sailors spent carrying the log and standing in the freezing water might just give them the victor's edge. How much more so the challenges of character training can produce the victor's edge in life. In writing to Timothy, St. Paul put it this way: "Physical training is good, but training for godliness is much better, promising benefits in this life and in the life to come." Part of that training is accepting the sort of correction David mentions in Psalm 141. Most often, when I receive that sort of correction, my hackles rise up and I begin to list all the ways in which they don't really understand and how they're judging me. But when my hackles settle down a bit and I begin to reflect, I can often discern the painful truth behind what is being said. If I don't go through that second step, I miss out on something important. As long as we are human, we will sin. And sometimes we will sin and not even see it. That is when we need the godly friends to strike us with the truth, for that truth will lead us to true life. So the questions for this week: do you have godly friends who will tell you the truth in love? And when they do, how do you react to their correction? Hey, watch out where you're swinging! Don't hit me!